Hello and welcome to DriveSpark. This is Bharadwaj, and what you see here is the Benelli 502C. So this is a cruiser motorcycle from Benelli that has the engine based on the 502 series of adventure motorcycle that you see right here. I've done an individual video of those two motorcycles, but do check them out. And however, let us get back to this motorcycle, what you see right here. Now, before I get into the specs, let me talk about the looks. Starting with the headlamp setup right here, certainly looks very attractive. It gets a 3-piece LED DRL, very attractive, and it gets a projector setup for the low beam, but the reflector setup for the high beam right there. So that's the headlamp situation on the 502C. The indicators are LED, and let us go further. Let us look at the wheels right here, and what you see here is a number plate that comes off the fender. Usually you would find the number plate right here, but this comes off the front fender, and certainly looks apart. So you get alloy wheels. I'll come back to the specs, and a dual disc at the front, so you can spot dual disc at the front right here. Coming back to the side profile of the motorcycle, another distinctive cruiser setup that you can see right here. The seat, the rider seat, looks very contoured, and the pillion seat is very small, so long distances I'm not sure if pillion would be very comfortable on this motorcycle, but the rider would be, because the rider sits very low. So this means that the seat height is of this motorcycle would be very low, and you get to see that twin double barrel exhaust coming out of the twin cylinder engine. Absolutely looks beautiful. It also the entire motorcycle is enclosed in a trellis frame that you see right there, and it gets a double-sided swing arm. And coming to the rear profile of the motorcycle, if you can spot the tail lamps, those are right here. That is the tail lamp, and if you're wondering where are the indicators, it is placed on the tire hugger right here. So if you're planning to remove the tire hugger to expose the seat, I'm so sorry. Expose the tire, you would not be able to do that because you would lose the indicators present on the tire hugger. Interesting choice, Benelli, over there. It gets a monoshock suspension, and it gets a USB forks at the front right there. Now let me show the instrument cluster a little bit. Very neat looking instrument cluster, completely digital unit. There is no analog present on this motorcycle right here. So those are all the features. There's no USB port or anything that you could make use of. Probably you should have you could add it as an accessory. However, it is not provided from the factory itself. And that's the radiator right there, a large radiator for this engine to breathe. So this is the Benelli 502C in the flesh. And speaking of the specs of the motorcycle, it gets a 47.5 PS engine, 46 Newton meters of torque, same as the 502 TRK, and the seat height is rated at 750 mm, 21 liters of fuel tank. Pretty good for a cruiser motorcycle to chuck miles, and 170 ground clearance as well. Now it gets a 280 disc setup at the front and a 240 disc at the rear. Again, USD forks and monoshock suspension. Dual channel ABS is offered as standard. 17-inch wheels at the front and the rear, and it gets a 120 section tire at the front and a 160 section tire at the rear. And as I mentioned earlier, you will not be able to expose that tire, and the pillion gets a backrest there as well. So that is the Benelli 502C. What do you think about this motorcycle? Let us know in the comments below. Like and share this video, and do subscribe to DriveSpark if you haven't done it already. I shall see you in the next one.